Today's assignment is logo creation, simple and natural. In this assignment, I want to take you on kind of a journey as to where my mind was going throughout the process and take you to the completion of where I ended up. Starting, I had a piece of paper and I wrote down a bunch of ideas, things that I'd seen during the day, thoughts that came to me while I was at work. Tech Connect, it's off of a billboard or something that was similar to a computer store, but I thought it had some possibilities that have to be changed around, but never could come up with anything quite right. Educational Connection, um, didn't really, maybe something with the big E in the textbook or something, and some kind of computer connection here, but that didn't seem to go either. Let's see, instructional multimedia development is actually the name of the course that we're in. Was thinking of doing something with the IMD, but then I was looking at my last paper, and at the beginning where it talks about that we create things on paper before we create them on Illustrator, created twice or twice created. So I tried to go with something along that line. Um, Twice, uh, two times, or x squared times two, education times two, create times two. So you can see just writing down things that might have uh, triggered something in my mind. Came up with a slogan: take your creation to completion. Creation times two, or C times two, and sketched out a couple of ideas on this page. Times two multimedia, two times multimedia, creation times completion, two times using the number two instead, multimedia, and wasn't really in love with anything, but what I thought I'd try first was something along this line that seemed to like the most. So mocked up two different things. First started with kind of a theater screen, a very computeristic, I guess, kind of type with the times two multimedia. And then thought, well, maybe I can make it a little more modern, do something with it. Change that to two times multimedia, creation to completion with the slogan, and then put it in a film frame. The type was a cinematic type, and it looked really old. So I thought I'd kind of try to freshen it up a little bit, which led to this. I dropped in a black background, put in a rectangle with a border, and dropped in some small rectangles as film sprockets. Found a little more modern logo, although this looks like a skateboarder. The number two, so two times multimedia, and then dropped in the logo on the bottom. Still, the biggest problem I had with this, even though it seemed fairly simple and it all went together and it was clean, it just was too old. It was too dated. So I went back and looked at my sketches and tried to find something that might be a little better. So I came up with this here, times two multimedia, using the large number two. So I thought I would mock this up and see what it looked like, and started by looking on the internet. I needed a nice simple shape number two, something that looked a lot like the one that I drew in. and came up with a across the type style of impact, which seemed to work quite well. So I'm going to hurry and put this together for you right here. If we drop in a 2, and let's just move this on down here, and let's see, we'll roll this page back up here a little bit so it's all in the middle. And then went from here to deciding how to best put in these other 2 features here. So came in with a box and just I just kind of dropped the 2 in over here, just kind of overlapped just a little bit on both sides. I found through playing with it that my best size was a 32 by about 13. So we just stretch this out just a little bit. And then the background of this was white, and then just a border of about the 5th gray color at a 1 point. And then we went to a text in here, and I thought, okay, how to best describe this. And I wanted it a little bit softer, so I came in with a lowercase. Okay. Or look at both as well as a lowercase and an uppercase. And let's see right here. Got it stuck there on the small cap. So and so I first tried lowercase to give it maybe a little softer feel, and left that alone for a while. So wasn't sure which way I wanted to go there. And then going with the caps on the multimedia. Wanted it to express as a little bit smaller. And so that's basically the logo that I came up with. And it needed some adjustments, needed some testing, but it looked good, and it was simple, and it seemed natural. The one thing that it didn't do is wanted people to think ×2 multimedia, and it seemed to work better if it were used in in all caps. So this is the one that I ended up with. Also tried a couple different colors schemes, maybe a little lighter gray tones. It can be changed up with colors, both in the numbers. Also, okay, added from here. When I thought, okay, how can we, lighten it up a little bit? I went ahead and put a stroke around the number 2, so that it could be displayed just as an open logo like this. Also that you could fill it with color, and you could change the colors here. These may not be the final color selections, but you can see that you could go with a red and a blue, yellow, orange, something that would match the final colors that you decided if the company had certain colors. So this is my logo creation, and I believe that this meets the requirements of being simple and natural. And it was fun to go through the process to take it from these scratched up papers here to the final logos that look like this.